Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to paint lilacs in a jar. So let's do it. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to go through my materials. I have my Winsor Newton Cotman watercolors, my Arches watercolor paper, and my Princeton snap brush in a size 10. And we're ready to begin. Okay, so we are going to be painting lilacs in a vase. So I usually don't sketch out anything, but if you want to sketch out something, you can sketch out the vase. Just a basic jar shape. So or jar, not really a vase. And then curved edges like that. It's not going to be a realistic painting, so there's room for error. Okay, there we go. We have our basic jar shape. Just gonna try and erase some of the lines so you don't really see them. And we're gonna start with our flowers. So our lilacs, which I have done before, but this I'll try and go into a bit more detail. Okay, so I'm gonna take my purples. I have mauve and I have a dioxazine purple. I'm gonna use both of those, but I'm also gonna take my cobalt blue and mix it with some of my mauve to get that really nice lilac-y color, okay? All right, okay. So I'm just gonna take a light wash, very light wash, and I'm just gonna do these little kind of dots almost. Very loose, just like little marks, almost kind of in a triangle shape, but not a structured triangle, okay? You wanna be very loose with this. And you're just making marks with the tip of your paintbrush, okay? Just kind of placing them randomly. And then you can go back in with your darker color and just start dropping some color into parts of that lilac. And you can mix it up too. You can do both mixtures. So the dark purple, the light purple, but leave some of the lightness in there too. Try not to overwhelm it with one tone of darkness. Okay, like that. I want more of that bluish mixture, so I'm just gonna create a lighter, yeah, like that. And there are different colors of lilacs too, so maybe we have different kinds in this jar. And just try and make it as light as you can without too much water. You don't want it to pool in those areas. So it's a bit of a challenge at times, and I still make mistakes, so don't be hard on yourself. You're just gonna have another one coming out this way. Just really making random kind of marks. Then you can go back in with your darker color if you like in some areas. Maybe some of the darker purple towards the middle and the base. Okay. Try and use more of this blue one over here. here. Wiping off some of that color because I want it a bit lighter. Pop some of that blue in there. Just really mix it up, have fun with it. Okay, and then I'm gonna do one coming down this way. So I'm just gonna erase part of this jar. I want it to be flopping over almost. Okay. And again, just dropping some of that color if you want it in there. Okay, now what is really going to make this look like a lilac, we're going to be doing the stems throughout it. So I'm just going to mix a green over here. And you're just going to see where your stems are. So I'm just going to draw some lines and I'm going to gently touch some of these little purple areas, okay? So it bleeds into it. Just going through it. You don't want one going right through it. You're going to go through those white spaces and gently just touch some of those buds. So there will be one stem that goes from the bottom like through to the top, and then you can use some that branch off a little in those white spaces. You can even use brown for that middle stem. Okay. Those stems are going to get a little thicker in the middle as they come into that jar. That. And then you're going to be doing those sticks in the jar. I'm just going to take my size 4 brush just so it's a little bit bigger. I'm going to take the brown and bring some of those sticks down in the jar. And that lilac tree, it doesn't have to touch the bottom of the jar or anything. You can add a bit of green in there if you want. Like that, and then go back in with a bit of darker brown. Pop some of that brown in where the lilacs are. Like that. Okay, and now it's time for our jar. So I'm gonna use my Payne's Gray. I'm just gonna mix it with some blue I have here. I'm actually gonna take a bit of green, so it's like a greenish blue, grayish jar. Okay, so now I have my color. I'm gonna take a light wash of it, and I'm just going to go around the edge of my outline. And I'm not making, again, I'm not making this too realistic. I'm gonna do a semicircle here for where the inside of that jar, the bottom where you would see. And I'm just gonna take some light wash of this color and just kind of do some reflection lines and even drag a line across where that water line would be. Okay. And the same with the top of the jar where they'd be going into it. Okay, and if you want, you can always take up some of that color just to make it a bit lighter, like it's in the jar or underwater. Some lines at the top of the jar, and if it mixes in with the brown, I think that's okay. It's more of an abstract kind of looking jar anyway. It's not too realistic. Like that. Might put a little bit of gray, just darkness at the bottom of the jar, sides and the top. Sorry if I'm quiet, my bad. Keep forgetting I'm talking to people. It's also nap time, so I'm trying not to scream. Okay, and there you go. There are your lilacs in a jar vase thing. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram for more. Have a great day, guys. Bye.